Today we had 140 kids from Buchtel come out. They are working with the Cuyahoga National Park to help. The theme of today was a healthy park and a healthy you. So students worked on not only monitoring their own vital signs like blood pressure and heart rate, but they're also looking at how to assess a forest's health. And so they were looking at that in the context of invasive species. And so the students came out today. They spent the first half of the morning removing the invasive species, so they did a garlic mustard pull, and then the second half of the day they had different stations they rotated between. So some of those stations, they were over at Indigo Lake doing poetry and stories, and then some of the stations they went and looked at the marsh with binoculars and looked at for beavers, and then we had a plant ID hike too that they went on.
Would you believe me if I told you that that area was an automobile junkyard?
It was?
It's come a long way. It was. This was once an automobile junkyard. The National Park Service came in, so folks like myself and volunteers just like you came out and cleaned those cars and automobiles out.
I think it was a wonderful experience. Most of our kids hadn't been here to the park at all. So that was nice for them to, at least know that we have the Metro Parks here, right here in the backyard. Also for them to understand what invasive species is, and not only just be able to read about it and research about it, they can go in there and actually say, okay, now they're being of service. They're pulling up the garlic mustard and also getting, firsthand of what it is, how is it growing, so they can start understanding that also invasive species is just not plants.
So Shantae has some garlic mustard here, and you can see they did a nice job removing it. They got the roots up with it. With one deep smell, you can definitely confirm it is garlic mustard. And these guys got it while it was still in the flowering phase, so it hasn't set seed, which is exactly what we want. We want to get it out before it goes to seed.
I work with quite a few Akron Public Schools with their problem-based learning, and for this one in particular, worked with the teaching staff so that we gave them a real-life experience for them to come out, get introduced to Cuyahoga Valley National Park and the National Park Service, and then also do actual service. So they assisted today with the removal of invasive non-native plant species, in particular garlic mustard. And we're just trying to give real-world experiences and introduce them to this park, which is just down the road, but sometimes very far away.
I was able to see some students in a different light. Sometimes as administrators, we see them in the classroom, but being able to come to a relaxed atmosphere in the environment, to take what they're learning in the classroom out into the environment and really work hard and really understand what their science teacher is asking of them.
The project-based learning, it really is, like we said, it's all hands-on. They start off with a question to solve or a problem, and they have to go through, and their end result is the project then to solve that problem. So it's real life-based, which is nice for our kids because it makes that connection for them. So they actually see the meaningful work and what they're learning.
The focus of today in the forefront of your brain, you guys are doing an awesome job thinking about how we keep our parks healthy, but the other big focus is how do we keep ourselves healthy. You guys, just by sweating it out, you are physically today, you are doing a great job keeping your body healthy, but our brains are equally, if not more important. So how do we